Hi everyone. Welcome to Under Further Review. I'm Kata. This is Tommy.
Hello.
Hi Tommy.
Hello.
Tommy goes to Columbia with me.
I do.
Tommy was nice enough to join us today
Yep.
on this little show that we do called Under Further Review, presented by Last Word on Sports. Where I'm really excited that you're here. How you doing?
I'm excited to be here.
Tell us about yourself.
My name's Tommy. My age is nobody's business. I'm in Columbia with Kata. And I got roped into this tonight.
Yeah.
I like football, and I think I'll be able to add a little bit to this.
Yeah, no, it's that's kind of just how everything goes. Andrew will tell you that I literally had to drag him to do this with me. It's kind of his joke, and I joke now that he lives to make me happy, but it is what it is. But we're really excited that you're here. We wanted to start off. Andrew and I received an email. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns you guys would like us to address, you're welcome to email us. Our email is andrewandkata@gmail.com. This email is from Mac. Hey guys, I thought I was following the Colin Kaepernick controversy pretty well until this week. What the heck is going on with the workout situation and the rumors he'll be picked up again? And mostly, why should we care? Thanks for the help, Mac. All right, Mac. I think we're all pretty confused.
Yeah.
It's been a really strange progression of information, of just everything, and this weekend I think was a really good example of the entirety of the situation in the inability to cooperate, but I think more importantly just the restrictions that the NFL has and the way that just the controlling nature of the league.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it from two different directions, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no in between here. It's either you're on one camp or you're in the other camp.
Right. I think it's... So basically what happened was the league asked Kaepernick, they were like, hey, we'll give you an opportunity to work out. This was also a big Jay-Z matter. Jay-Z was a big advocate. Well, he wanted it to happen.
Well, he said he's disappointed with the way he handled it.
Of course, yeah. And that's, whatever. Fuck Jay-Z. I'm kind of over it. But I think, I don't know, the way that they went about it, first of all, the terms were not defined. And then Kaepernick's team was like, oh, okay, cool. So can we do this and this and this? And they said yes to some things and no to other things. And it's just kind of, it got really confusing. And then Kaepernick's people were like, we want these terms defined. Can we move this workout to a Tuesday when more teams might be able to attend? They said no. And then and then they asked if they could move it to the next Saturday just so they had more time. And the league was like, no. So it all just kind of came together on the fly. And I think with this, there's all this talk about this waiver form that Kaepernick was asked to sign about media and whatever. And Kaepernick has always been big on transparency. I don't think the way that things transpired should have been as surprising as they were.
No, but people think he was doing it more as a PR stunt, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
He was not doing it more as a PR stunt, but wanted to utilize it partially as a PR stunt, which they didn't want to do.
Right. It's, you can look at it a multiplicity of ways. Ultimately, Kaepernick held his own workout about an hour away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta where it was supposed to occur. 8 teams attended. According to Adam Schefter, it was Kansas City, the Jets, Philadelphia, Tennessee, San Francisco, Washington, Detroit, and another team that has not yet been identified. Was originally identified as the Bills, but apparently the Bills were not there. Did you watch any of the workout?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I watched a little. The guy still throws.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Yeah, he's throwing dimes. He's doing a great job. He had some great receivers. Eric Ebron was there. Yeah. He was great. But that was never really the question because I think the whole issue with this workout as a whole, even if Kaepernick had agreed to the NFL's terms on it, it still doesn't tell us anything about how he will be against pressure.
I think you mean playing again?
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd be fine. I think it was just, different, people were coming at it from different perspectives. He didn't want to give up the media and, I guess, social justice edge that he had. They didn't want anything to do with anymore. That's a beef they want to squash and be done with.
Right. So, I mean, like, I'm sure the league is actually kind of happy with how this turned out.
You think?
I mean, in the sense that, like, oh, it's just proof he's not going to follow orders.
Yeah.
But in the other sense of it, it's like, I can't help but feel like, no pun intended, but like, why would he kneel now?
Yeah.
Like, after 3 years of being absolutely fucked with, why would he kneel to what they want now?
Did you watch the Jay-Z interview when he, part of the league and they had him on TV?
No.
Okay, he basically, this kind of seems like it might have been planned. He came out and he was like, that era of protesting is over. He's like, we made our point, we don't need it anymore. A lot of people got pissed at him for it.
Of course.
And now you have this coming on the heels of it. I don't know.
Well, okay, so looking at this list of teams, I'll read it one more time.
But granted, this was like more of a formality. I feel like everybody knows he's like, he's not going to replace no team would want him over Ryan Fitzpatrick or, you know what I mean? There's a lot of QBs that he's definitely better than him to replace.
Right.
This was a bit of a formality that he didn't abide by. And now I guess, I don't know what the result's going to be.
But what about as a backup? I mean, look, when you think about, there are certain teams, particularly teams on this list, who it's like, they have no depth.
Yeah.
They have, first off, a lot of them don't have a quarterback, but they don't have depth beyond that. And so, like, Kansas City, for instance, Kansas City without Mahomes, everyone freaks out. Like, it's not Kansas City, but, I mean, they've got weapons, and I'm actually not very worried about them. The Jets without Darnold was a very dark time this year. Philadelphia, it's the same. I mean, we all know Carson Wentz is made of glass. I've said that more than once. I mean,
he could be a valuable piece to a lot of teams.
Yeah. Tennessee.
You think he'd be happy with being a backup? You don't think he would want?
Oh, of course he wouldn't be happy, but like we've seen this year, quarterbacks are dropping like flies.
Yeah. Do you think anybody would start him if they picked him up?
Well, off of this list, I think Washington could.
Yeah.
I think Detroit could too, with Stafford being hurt.
Yeah. Like immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but again, like now it's been a few days. We're recording this podcast on Wednesday night, and we have not really heard anything of any interest. We'll get into this a little bit later in the show, in our next segment, but I feel like the league has kind of made a point out of making examples out of players, but they're making examples out of the wrong players.
Yeah.
Because there are so many guys in this league that have done so much worse.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces of shit. Can I say that?
No, you can say
There's a lot of pieces of shit rolling around the league.
Yeah.
Have done fucking awful things, and nothing happens to them. Or they get like a slap on the wrist and they're back playing. Right.
It doesn't really make sense.
No.
I think, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to come of this. Mac, it's a great question. Everything is kind of up in the air, and obviously every show before us this week has kind of beat this topic to death. So I don't really know what we can tell you that's any different than what everyone else has. But I will say that, I mean, it's kind of a shame that things ended up the way that they did.
Yeah.
I want better for the league as a whole. But, I mean, like I said, Kaepernick had a great workout. We also don't know what's going on. You're not alone, Mac. We really don't know what's going on.
Jay-Z, though, disappointing.
Jay-Z.
He's disinvited from all the cookouts from here on out. Done.
Honestly, Jay-Z, can we talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
So Jay-Z is like kind of canceled in my book. Like, cancel culture is something that I don't really participate in, but Jay-Z's kind of canceled, and like Beyonce obviously is like not canceled, but like they're married and like they're individual people. I would never like put them together, but it's like the NFL has this weird agenda this year, like in bringing Jay-Z on board.
They know what they're doing. This isn't like random.
But,
are you kidding me?
But what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
It's like there's a rich guy behind the desk going, yes, yes, and he's planning all this shit out, and I don't know. They're gonna run for government. I don't know. That's gonna be the new government in 100 years. Who knows? I gotta figure it out.
I don't know what to make of it. I think the whole situation is very weird.
It is.
But you know what? Like I said, we wanted to address it because we got to address it. I mean, it's news. It's what's happening right now. By the way, we actually, Tommy, I know you're new to this whole thing, but we're we're not really like a newsy show. Like we try to like not do that, but this week has just been so
a lot of stuff.
Like so much. So coming up, we've got 3 different topics that are very newsy that we want to talk about, and we're going to talk about them, and it's going to be fun, and yeah, and later on in the show we're going to learn a little bit more about Tommy.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. All right, kids, stay tuned. We'll be right back.